All right. All right. It is Jennifer Sparks here. It's been a minute for me to be doing a live podcast, but so happy that I'm able to get back onto these streaming airways. Got the Funky Fathers live in the house. But I just wanted to say a brief thing about Mike Mattingly and how I found Mike Mattingly years ago. Back in the day, I was watching California just totally destroy anything left of a medical exemption or vaccination. They had taken away the religious exemption. They went for the medical exemption. And as that moment hit, I will never forget. And I'm going to pull up Mike in here with me. Yeah, I would just will never forget that whole thing there. Hold on a second. I'm going to switch myself because I'm showing up twice. And seeing him go like at that moment belt out this poem that just blew me away.
Yeah, awesome. It was a crazy experience and just had to put something on the record. That's all. That's what I do. I put things on the record, like this album. We have rights to speak. They didn't want us to speak, so I did anyways.
So who did you bump into first, Mike, that joined the group of you funky fathers?
Yeah, so the first one is Wendell Rand, actually. So we, in that 2019, actually probably 2018, we had met in the vaccine wars that were happening in California, and this is Wendell right here. He plays bass guitar. I don't know if you want to say something, Wendell.
Oh no, you're doing fine. That's about when we met. But we thought maybe we had run into each other before in the city playing music in the '90s or something like that. I think in San Francisco. The city means San Francisco, by the way.
That's right. When we say the Bay, it's the San Francisco Bay.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Mike.
Wendell was, it's just some dude I was hanging out with while we were out there, and turns out we played music, so we started chatting it up, and I'd become the Funky Fathers at that point because it actually Funky Fathers is a name that came about because they would let you say your organization's name, and I noticed all these doctors were going in and say, "Hey, I'm Tom, and I'm with the ADA, and I represent 150,000 doctors, and we support this bill." And then it's like, I'm like, "Well, I'm Mike, and I'm with the Funky Fathers Foundation, and we don't. I represent 100,000 million musicians, and they don't even know I'm here. We don't support this bill." And that's how the Funky Fathers actually came to be. And then Wendell is gotten brought in as Funky Father number 3 next to John Wydogan. And then I believe I met Lars at a protest that same year, or maybe 2000. It was probably 2019. It could have been early 2020 in Santa Cruz. 2019, and we were on West Cliff, right next to the boardwalk, I believe. And then I didn't know he played music until probably a year later when we were at the beach, opening up the beaches when they tried to shut us down. And we'd formed a committee to reopen Santa Cruz to save lives. And Tim and Lars were both in this backyard group I went to. And I was like, oh, these guys are awesome. And then they started showing up with instruments, and we were like hang out at the beach while the cops were trying to tell us to move along, and we were jamming. And then I don't know, Tim kept trying to get me to play music with him, and I finally did. And then we set up he was responsible for actually getting us on the street. I think he put together a trailer that we played across the street from the Board of Supervisors and the courthouse in Santa Cruz County. So we just blasted them with the counter narrative, and that's Tim. He's on drums, and Lars is on the guitar. All the crazy wah-wah effects and beautiful leads. It's all Lars. Man,
I met Tim before that. We played together in 2016 in a band on the One. I think we ended up calling the band. But that was a short while. So I already knew Tim. We played together before. So we ended up playing again with Mike after we both met Mike on the beach. I brought my guitar. Mike had his guitar. We didn't plan it. Mike just started playing his songs, and I was like instantly connecting with Mike musically and spiritually, uh, all that.
Funky Fathers, really awesome record. You can get it on their website. I had their website pulled up a minute, and while we're playing the song, maybe I could pull the website up again, but it's funkyfathers.com, correct? This is the URL.
Funkyfathers.com if you want to go straight to the music, you just slash hashtag music afterwards, and it'll take
There
you right
you
to
go.
where you can buy the album.
You can buy the album, and yeah, it's a great record. And let me pull up. I'm gonna start with the first track. I have a few tracks I don't want to play. The Wheels of a Revolution. I really like this track. Let me find. There we go.
Turning down the road out under the sun, over the mountains all covered in snow, out through the desert, ain't nowhere we won't go. Yeah, down in the valley, it's deep and it's dark, bringing the light, all it takes is a spark. Yeah, coast to coast and sea to sea, carrying this message of liberty. Yeah, we are the wheels of the revolution, turning down the road, headed to freedom. Yeah, we are the wheels of the revolution, turning down the road, headed to freedom. Try to separate us and keep us apart, but no man can tell me what's written on my heart. Yeah, we are the people, a one big family, rolling together to end this tyranny. Yeah, rumbling down the highway,
I mean, I like the one with, like, I think Lars did great on this tune too, is Lift My Frequency, which if you look at the album cover, you can see that we're hovering above this bass speaker in the middle of nature. It's making us elevate. So it's kind of about elevating off the planet, and it's a lot different than most of the music. It's a little more complex than a lot of the stuff that we do. I made an effort to keep the music simple so that people could jam with me, but this one's an exception. I thought maybe I would never be able to play it the way I wanted it to hear, and then it came out really well. So I'm happy that it became something that I was happy with.
And the music on this record, and this is a question, obviously you guys stand for like medical freedom and informed consent. I think that's super cool. See, here in Connecticut, man, I'm an artist too. I play music, produced a festival for years and years in radio and whatnot. And a lot of artists just really jumped onto the bandwagon with the narrative of the government control over what goes into your body, So I think a record like this is why I'm attracted to having you guys on this podcast and talking about, music unmasked, because it really comes down to taking a stand with your art form and saying no to something and being, at a time when it's just wasn't popular, at least in Connecticut, man. I was blacklisted, still am till this day in many ways. So tell me your experience with all that.
Sort of getting out there and standing up and I hate to use the word protest, but really kind of standing on our rights, on our God-given rights, unalienable rights. Something we had to do in 2020 and 2021, they were closing down the beach. They were telling us, you can't be on the beach, you can't play in the clubs. There were no venues to play. Everybody just really bowed down to the tyranny, and nobody really stood in their rights to be able to contract freely, to be able to run a business and feed your family. And this went on for a while. It wasn't just 2 weeks, right? I mean, so we took to the beach, and we ended up not only being out there when they closed. They actually said the health officer of Santa Cruz County claimed that she closed the beach. And you can't close the beach. Little did we know at the time, it's actually in the Constitution, the federal Constitution and the California Constitution, that you cannot close a right of way to a body of water. We just knew intuitively that you couldn't do that you can't close a beach. And we started getting out there every Saturday. And then that turned into putting the band together. So every Saturday night, we would set the band up on the alcove above the beach. And we'd have a bonfire, and we'd invite everybody who wasn't afraid, that they were going to get the big germ and kill each other. And we all partied out there, and we played this music. And we'd play, one long set for, an hour and a half, couple hours. And the next thing you know, we had 2 bonfires and 3 bonfires. And freedom was really, liberty was spreading. I mean, the next thing you know, we had 200 people on the beach and 20 bonfires. And every single Saturday night, this went on for about a year and a half, and every Saturday night, the false authorities would come and say, hey, the beach is closed, you have to leave. And we'd say, well, who owns the beach? Just like who owns your body, right? I mean, it's who owns the beach? And so they couldn't really answer us. So then they just walk away. And so we keep playing, and keep partying and keep having a great time. And so, but at the same time, we were teaching people how to stand in your rights, and not to bow down and not to just do whatever they tell you, but really think about, why are they telling you this? And say no, stand up for your rights. Just don't do everything you're told. So that went on for a good year and a half, and that was really, what made this band really thrive. And Mike wrote the most amazing freedom songs, and this whole album. In fact, both of the albums are just all about that, and they were literally written out there on the bandstand. I mean, Mike was just coming up with this stuff. We didn't even know what he was playing, right? It was like he would start playing, and we would just start backing him up. We were like, we don't know what this is, Mike. Like, what's the chords? Where's it? And he's like, just follow me, And the next thing you know, we had an album worth of material, and then another album worth of material, because he was just so prolific during that time period. So it was really, really fun, and it was really organic and really honest. And we weren't just writing, Mike wasn't just writing songs about, doing drugs and getting laid. And, it was really, a lot of substance there behind these songs. And that's why they really stand on their own. So I was really excited to be a part of that.
Yeah, it was an interesting experience, how it just kind of developed. We were just hanging out, and the bonfires and the crowds got bigger. People got together. There was like potlucks. People brought food. This guy, he was like in charge of barbecuing Andres, and someone brought like a big blanket you could throw on the beach for dancing, and so people would be dancing. I mean, yeah, it was amazing to connect with people that felt the same way, people I'd never met before. It was just like one big family, and we just all spoke the same language. And I think a lot of people at that time were felt kind of lonely with all the weird restrictions, and all of a sudden there was also this guy who was super prolific as well, David Rodriguez, and we had talks around the bonfires, and we just kind of learned from him and from each other about standing up for our rights, and so I felt like it was like I felt very empowered, and I'm not as scared of talking to authority as I used to be, or scared, but it's kind of it was really cool to learn about our rights and law in general and natural law. And just yeah, we had fun. We traveled around. We played the beach many times. Like it was freezing cold at times. I mean, but we did it anyway, and it was an amazing time, and it was fun.
But yeah, on Wheels of the Revolution, you can hear the all the harmonies. Like it was nice to be able to like lay down some harmony tracks on this album and really kind of take our time and have a good time doing it. You know?
We all have choices that are made up in our heads. I'm gonna dance and be positive instead of lying in bed. I'll go outside and see what this world has for me. Listen to the birds singing in the trees. I'll be free. And when that music starts to play, yeah, come on and dance with me. Be the bright light in the darkness. Be the rhythm for the heartless. Be the life of the body. Be the first one to shake your body all night long. Wow, 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 wow. We all have choices that made up in our heads. I'm gonna dance and be positive instead of lying in bed. I'll go outside and see what this world has for me. Listen to the birds singing in the trees. I'll be free to be. When that music starts to play, yeah, come on and dance with me. Be the wisdom to inspire. Be the path through the quagmire. Be the truth against the liar. Be the spark that lights that bonfire and keeps it burning all night long. Wow, 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 wow. We all have choices that are made up in our heads. I'm gonna dance and be positive instead of lying in bed. I'll go outside and see what this world has for me. Listen to the birds singing in the trees. I'll be free to be. When that music starts to play, yeah, when that music starts to play, oh, when that music starts to play, yeah, come on and dance with me. Come on and dance with me. Come on and dance with me. Come on and dance with me.
That's the one thing that I do believe that these are weapons, right? So these are weapons that cannot be blocked out. if you hear it, it penetrates, right? And that's the whole point of like doing it. You know, I couldn't release anything on the internet, and so I just went onto the street and just that was it. We were on the street. These guys, 60 weeks in a row down at Twin Lakes Beach. Did not rain and stop us from playing. It rained one time, and then when the bonfire started, the rain stopped. And that was it. We kept it going. And that was like for a year and a half. It didn't rain on Saturdays. It was awesome. Incredible.
California is so beautiful. I absolutely love the beaches there. Like the thought that they try to close the beaches, you know, like the beaches are closed there. It's so nuts to me. And then I think about, you know, Connecticut was a cool place too back a while ago. And California was amazing. I mean, you just can't get better than that. It's such a beautiful place. And it's so, like, just depressing that, you know, California and Connecticut have just turned into, like, it's unrecognizable, honestly. You know, one of the big solutions is to step outside the system, and your music is definitely stepping outside the system. It's nice. I wish I could be on the beach with you guys with bonfires. You had it better during COVID than we did here in cold-ass Connecticut, because we didn't have no beaches. Oh, it was rough, man. Oh, my God. I would love to have hung out with you guys on the beach.
Well, you're welcome.
I bet you did. And a dark time too. It's like taking and spinning that darkness. They wanted to break us with that. You know, they really did. They wanted to break us with that. They wanted to rip us apart, divide us up, make us a bunch of automaton drones that just does what the TV box tells you to. And, you know, it's like to be able to find that place in that dark time and have fun and have bonfires at the beach and give an FU to this ridiculousness. That's awesome.
We were playing like elevated from the beach. There's like a little stage area with a railing, and we just set up generators. And so we had electricity because, you know, there's nowhere to plug in anywhere. So we brought our own power. And as we're playing there, lots of people were passing by. So, you know, they got attracted to the music, and then I don't know if they liked the message, but I'm sure a lot of people did. Not everybody did, but
We also got eggs thrown at us.
Oh,
This
that's
album,
true.
Super Spreaders of Liberty, is us playing above the beach. You can see the sort of beach bathrooms behind us there, and that's you know, that was one of the shows before the sunset. We always play at sunset, so it was really cool, right? It would start off warm and get a little chilly, and the wind would pick up, but it was just beautiful, absolutely beautiful sunsets, and right on the ocean there. But
Awesome. So for people who are on the East Coast who've never been out to the West Coast before, I got to tell you that sunset in California is like nothing you've ever seen, East Coasters, man. I'm glad that I've been able to be on the West Coast and watch that sunset, because that's a kind of magical thing there you guys got going on.
One of the things reasons I did this in particular, there was a guy named Tom Quinn who was like a radio host on a local radio station out there who was always like calling out the BS and stuff. And huge anti-vaxxer. He's probably like 85 now. I don't even know, 80. He's getting up. He's not that old. Maybe he looks great. I can't tell how old he is. That's the truth. I don't know how old he is because he's old, but he's got a lot of energy, right? And his message to me and everybody is, whoever's having the most fun wins, right? He's like, you want to win this battle against these tyrants? Have more fun than they're having. And that's it. So that's what we set out to do. And I think we accomplished a lot of that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I think it was Tom's idea to set up the band across from the courthouse where all the government tyrants were, and so we just got a trailer and parked it right across from the courthouse, from the big government building, and you know, just started blasting them with freedom music. We had we had dancers and talks
in the middle of the street.
Right in the middle of the street, yeah. It was just so epic, you know, and people are like, what is going on? People are honking their horns, you know, and so it was just such a great experience.
And we also did another thing that morphed out of that was free hugs because people were
Yeah.
scared. But a lot of people that connected people, and that was pretty cool, pretty powerful. Going around Santa Cruz by the ocean with free hug signs, and people would just volunteer. Um, to connect people. That was another thing that made a lot of people smile, and sharing love and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have like sit up and the band would play and free hugs be going on. People would get out of their cars on a turnout, literally just park their car in the middle of the street, run over and hug us because they hadn't been touched in like 6 months or whatever by anybody. And they were given permission to come. I don't know. It's hard to believe. It's like you forget how crazy it was, actually, And then, I don't know. So I review some of the stuff just to kind of like, oh, yeah, I remember that. It's pretty wild, but we did a lot of people came together, so it's I was uplifted by the group of people that I ended up hanging out with. And
They were like one of the few places that didn't do the mask BS, so we went there.
Tremonti's.
Tremonti's, yeah, that was a great place, and there was we wanted to support businesses that didn't follow the bullshit rules, and
We'd show up with 50 people, drinking beer and eating pizza with no mask. Everybody's hugging and sharing joints, and nobody gives a shit, People would drive by and go, look at those super spreaders.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's why the first album was the Super Spreaders of Liberty, because we were big super spreaders apparently, according to the government.
Yeah, so if people want to like get a hold of us to come play your event, give me funkyfathers.com. You can just go right in there and message me.
Thank you so much, guys. You have been great, and keep me posted on how things go with the Funky Fathers.
All right, I will.
across the countryside. The lab coats are coming. Yeah, the lab coats are coming. 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 Oh, the lab coats are coming. But we do not consent. We will not comply. We do not consent. We will not comply. In the land of the free, the home of the brave, try to enslave, cradle to grave. Yeah, we do not consent. We will not comply. Destroy the fruit, bury the youth, try to hide its into truth. Yeah, we do not consent. We will not comply. Our law of exclusion, based on illusion, must have forgot about the Constitution. We do not consent. We will not comply. Oh, capital to capital, state to state. Got a lot of freedoms if they're coming to take. A death to religion and our personal beliefs. Taken from consent, there will be no relief. Civil liberties are under attack. Where in the world are the Democrats? No senators, assemblymen, or governor. They all bow down to farmer and they follow the herd. They bow down to farmer and they follow the herd. They bow down to farmer, they follow the herd. But we do not consent. We will not comply. We do not of the sky, injecting poison you pushing too far. Committed no crime, don't need your immunity. I saw